This little guy can hold his head high, and he would still be short. Hey guys, MasakoX here. Now I may kid about Vegeta, but honestly, I think he's had one of the most extensive character developments throughout the entire history of Dragon Ball, especially in Super. We've had characters rise and fall even further than somehow rise again, and Vegeta, he stuck through it all. He has come out the other end a stronger character, not just in strength, but in emotional depth. He may have been a bad guy, he may have been the fall guy, but he's been a guy that gets shit done. And today, I want to talk about Vegeta in Dragon Ball Super and how he is a stronger character than Goku. And I think somewhere out there I hear the dulcet tones of Christopher Sabat laughing his head off. So let's go back to Vegeta's time as a child. He was the epitome of a spoiled brat. He led a cushy life and he was destined to become the next king of the Saiyans once his father kicked the bucket. Well, something got in the way of that. Something pink, purple, and horny, which gave him the shaft oh so deeply. Frieza. Well, what did you think I was going to say? You did watch Dragon Ball Z, right? So in order to survive, Vegeta had to swallow his pride, which took many hours to do so, and venture out of his comfort zone along with his guardian Nappa in order to become a servant to Lord Frieza. So sadly, Vegeta had to bow his head to a higher power. And this, I think, is the root of his everlasting inferiority complex. He can't help it though. You might want to deride him and go, oh, he's got an inferiority complex and a little willy. He's been through a lot as a kid. His home planet blew up, his father died in the most heinous of ways, and now he has to go from one kind of life to lead another in order just to stay alive. Yeah, that's a lot for a kid. So Dragon Ball Z comes along and it's the start of an immense change in Vegeta's character. When we first see him, he is a power-hungry villain, desperate to use the Dragon Balls against Lord Frieza in order to avenge his home world. Anyone who gets in his way, they're dead. However, over the course of the series, you kind of get the feeling that Vegeta's priorities change. Once Frieza's destroyed at the end of the Namek saga, Vegeta doesn't really have any drive anymore. Frieza's gone, there's no one to take revenge on for his world and people and planet. What else is he going to do in this time? Of course, Kakarot. That guy that embarrassed him on Earth. That guy who is a low-class warrior compared to a Saiyan elite? How dare he beat him! He's gonna take his revenge on him. Yes, Vegeta's fueled by revenge for his entire life, and now he has a true goal. So yeah, he's not done with him. He will have his rematch once and for all. It will just take a little bit of time. Besides, Earth looks kinda nice. You know, it's not on fire, it's not being ruled by a tyrannical dictator. Oh, and also that Bulma chick. She's pretty hot and strong-willed, like Saiyan women. Vegeta will stick around. Well, sometimes. But it seems quite clear that Vegeta at this time doesn't really have a social life. All by myself, I want to be all by myself all the time. The rest of the series sees Vegeta go through a whole slew of emotions, from mediocrity to anger to frustration, and then finally to acceptance. He flirts with disaster and evil one more time in the Majin Buu saga, when he allows Babidi to take control of his body and for him to become Majin Vegeta, strong once more, and then have one more sparring match with Kakarot. But in the end, no kind of evil dictator is gonna control him again. He's had that happen with Frieza, he's not gonna let that happen with Babidi. And so, his Saiyan pride carries him through, and the control is ebbed away. Yet he still keeps that cool tattoo. You see? Love conquers all! The love to beat Kakarot into a bloody pulp. It's still love. But really, it's a true sign that Vegeta's growing up. That scene, with him coming to terms that he's gonna have to sacrifice himself in order to save the Earth, him hugging Trunks for the first time ever since he was a baby, that's grown-up stuff for a guy who was all about himself not that many years ago. His atoning for his past sins is a truly remarkable and poignant moment in Dragon Ball. Those don't come often, but when they do, they're powerful. Now we've got Super, and Vegeta's just as grump as ever, but there's actually something different about him. He's a lot more relaxed and more willing to spend time with his family. Not totally willing, but but a damn sight more willing than in Z. Humanity is starting to seep into his psyche, and it all crescendos in the moment when he says, "That's my Bulma!" After Beerus, a person that he utterly feared as a child, and even now, slaps his wife Bulma. That sentence and subsequent fight sequence resonates with fans across the land. That and the bingo dance. Does Vegeta have a sense of humor? Seems like he does. Perhaps the emotional element of humanity which gives Gohan, Goten and Trunks such potential is beginning to have an effect on Vegeta. If this is the case, then this goes some way into explaining how Vegeta has grown so much as a character throughout Super. As Super advances, Vegeta really begins to show some interesting character development. For someone who's been so synonymous with being uptight and serious, Vegeta begins to show his princely manner. We really start to believe him as the Prince of all Saiyans. Up until now, it's just been a phrase he's thrown around, but now? Yeah, I believe it. Especially when he has the chance to meet Universe 6's Saiyan champion, Kaba. Vegeta finally displays princely respect. Going forward, the Saiyan shows moments of compassion and understanding and contentment that I've really never seen before from him, and really from any other character. When I say that, it doesn't have to be all simpering and crying and talking about your feelings. It's just through actions, understanding, silence. You have to understand, and Vegeta, he really shows that. Vegeta may have never got the chance to destroy Frieza once and for all, but he's had a lot of chances to shine, and he's taken that by the horns. And it proves that he is the greatest character in this show. Goku may be the main character and fundamentally the linchpin of the series, but his recent acts of stupidity, which is ridiculously often, even for Goku, has really diminished his luster in my eyes, whereas Vegeta's kind of just gone from strength to strength. He's gone forwards, whereas Goku's really started to go backwards. No one can say that Super's given Vegeta the cold shoulder. He's had some great one-liners, some great fight sequences, and some awesome behavioral character development. It even affects Vegeta's fighting style. Gone are the days where he's so uptight and inflexible. He's a lot more lucid, and it shows in his stance. At first, I just thought it was the animators making Vegeta slouch, but upon further reflection, it's just him taking Whis' advice of loosening up and just chilling out to effect, and therefore it contributed to Vegeta whomping Black's ass in episode 63, which has been the peak of his excellence. Some fans may want him to stay the same as he was in Z, uptight, serious, not wanting to make friends with anybody, but I really don't think that's wise. Dragon Ball Super is a new series and it needs to evolve the characters in some shape or form, and for the most part, it's been successful. In Vegeta's case, he's become a lot more grounded, more rounded in terms of personality and outlook. He's really mesmerized the community in how much he's grown up, and really, good on him. He carries the Saiyan torch and he's proud to do so. He is going to show everyone across the universes that the Saiyan warriors are not to be trifled with. Unless Goku's eating a trifle, in which case then you can trifle with them. He is the Prince of all Saiyans and he's never gonna let anyone forget that. Whatever Kakarot can do, he can do better and faster. Goku and Vegeta may have both been training with Whis, but Vegeta, he didn't need no stinking ceremony. He was able to attain the power of Super Saiyan Blue all on his own. Even going Super Saiyan for the first time. He did that on his own, in space, through the power of determination. Vegeta can do anything. He is a Saiyan elite. He possesses the natural talent to get stronger. Stronger even than Goku. Super has nurtured that, and honestly, I like Vegeta more than I like Goku in this new series. Shocking, I know, but it's the straight up truth. I've grown up, and so is he. Goku, not so much. I still like Goku, but he's really not done enough to warrant praise from me in Super. Not nearly as much as Vegeta. I mean, with Vegeta, bravo. Vegeta has come through thick and thin and has delivered in spades. So what do you guys think? What are Vegeta's best moments in Dragon Ball Super, and do you think he can do even more? Leave a comment below and let's get this discussion going. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Until the next one, be sure to like and subscribe. And until then, catch you later.